Hi everyone, and happy Sunday. I hope you all are well and your families are well. I'm back on this patio trying to get it together. Um, I can't decorate the patio as you see in the title until I do a few little projects. They're very simple, and I know you can relate when you're trying to decorate, but you have things that you need to complete before you actually decorate. So that's the stage I'm in now. I'm going to show you just a couple of, I believe it's 3 projects that I have that won't take, but it won't take long at all. But I need to get them done before I actually start decorating the patio. So I'm going to share those with you. Okay, here is the first project is this table. It's a bistro table out here on the patio, and it sits in a little nook, a little corner. And as you can see, it's been weathered. And all I'm going to do is paint over this. I'm going to wipe it down and sand it just a little bit with some sandpaper and paint over it because it's still going to be on the patio. It's nothing that it has to be like perfect or anything, but I'm just going to touch it up so it'll look refreshed on the patio. So I'm not going to sand the whole table. I'm just going to sand down these little spots right here. To smooth them out just in case they're rough, and make the paint go on a little smoother. And then after that, I'm just going to wipe it off and then add a coat of paint to it. All right, so I'm going to wipe it off with a little bit of clear water. Those actually look like they were dirt spots, so I probably don't have to do too much to it. And let that dry just a little bit. And the sun is like right down on this, so it's going to dry immediately. And then I'll add a coat of paint to it. All right, and so I have some of the sample paint. I've had it for a minute, and I use it to touch up items. I got this from Lowe's. I think it was like $4.88 or something like that. But this is an interior and exterior paint, so it will work perfect for this. And all I'm going to do is use, I had a paintbrush somewhere, and I do not feel like waiting and going to the store and buying another one. So I'm just going to use one of these little spongy brushes here. It'll do the same. And all I'm going to do is take this paint and just paint over it. It doesn't have to be neat. I'm just going to paint it and refresh it. And as soon as I get done with it, I'm going to show you what it looks like. All it is just one top of fresh coat on top of this paint. Didn't have to do too much to it because it wasn't that much. I think it was more dirtier than it was actually damaged. So that's all. And I know you don't want to see me stand here and paint. So as soon as I finish, I'm going to come back and show you the result. Okay, so here is the dried painted table, and it looks nice. Of course, this stays outside, so it's not a perfect paint job, but it's just a refresh just to liven it up from what it looked like before. Okay, now here is the chair. It's a bistro set. This is the chair. Don't pay attention to anything down there. I have to clean up and sweep off and wash the patio. So here is the bistro chair that goes with this table. And so what I'm going to do is, this does not stay outside. It's removable, and I keep this inside, but I'm going to switch out the material on this cushion, this chair pad, to match my decor. So of course, I'm doing the black and white. I'm going to use this, okay? And so I'm going to show you how I'm going to refresh this cushion. so this is not going to be anything fancy. It's just covering the material so it can match the pattern, because if I decide to change it again, it'll change again. So I'm just going to use my, make sure it's straight. This so I won't have so much material to work with, and it's not a perfect job, just enough to get the look that I want. Okay, so I'm going to start here in the middle. Fan is blowing, so it's causing me some extra work. That's all right. And this is not going to be perfect the way I'm stapling it on the back. It's because nobody's going to see that. I just need to get a nice even look here. And so I just wanted you to see the steps that I would take to get this done. And once I finish it, I'm going to come back and let you see what it looks like. So far, this is what we have so far. Okay, I just love this material. And I can switch the color from yellow like next year if I wanted to, and put it with a different color if I'd like. So I think this is the best way and the easiest, most cost-efficient way to make changes is just switch things up with material. You don't have to purchase brand new items all the time. Okay, so once I finish this, I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. All right, so here we go. Again, it's just a refresh of this cushion, and now all I'm going to do is just cut this excess material from under here. Doesn't matter if I leave it on there, but I'm going to cut it off. And we have this project out of the way. So far we've knocked 2 out of the box already, and that is our table and the cushion. I'll come back and staple those down later, but I'm gonna let you see what it looks like in the chair so far. All right, so this is what it looks like in the chair so far. So I thought that came out really nice, and so I'm going to do the other one, but at least I've got this one out of the way, and that one's done. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next project is this side table. It's has this half moon, and I'm bringing you down here just to show you how the table is made, but it's supposed to have a glass down there, but that's why this is outside, because it is not I don't have it in the house anymore. So I like to repurpose things, and this is what I did with it. I put it up against the wall here outside, and I'm going to give this a fresh coat of paint with a little twist to it. And this is really not a sander, it's a scrubber, but it's going to do the same thing. So I'm going to sand it down just a little bit, or make it smooth before I put the actual paint on it. And then I'm going to wipe that dust off. Hold on, let me spray some more mosquito repellent on because they're bold. They're like right in my face. Okay. Alright, so I've wiped that off. Those are little rust spots, but that's okay. And this is the patio paint from Hobby Lobby. And it's outdoor. And I'm going to just squirt that in. Oh, this is a new one. Hold on, let me open it. Alright, so I went ahead and opened it. And I started painting. It's not a neat job. It's just to get one coat of paint on here. And I'm about done with that. And once I finish this, I'm going to show you what the twist is. And the fan is blowing out here, so it's going to dry pretty quickly. So yeah, I've got to clean this patio off. That's the next big project because it is a mess. Okay, so here is the paint job. I didn't want to fully coat the table because I have something else I want to do with it. So let me show you that. Okay, so I'm going to take some black paint just like that gray one. Oops, that's a little bit too much, more than I wanted, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take this it's an exterior and interior and exterior sample paint. And this is what I typically get, like if I'm doing little small projects out here, you know, touching up a piece of wood or something like that, I'll use this. So this is what I have in white, and I'm going to put a little bit right there. Okay, put that right here. And then now with this table, the table is, I'm going to try to do like a marble effect. So that's why I didn't worry about painting the whole thing just really, really neat or anything, because I knew I was going to do this little... Okay, so I've got my paint down there. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in the black first. Now, I hope... We'll see. So we're going to start like that. And I guess right now it doesn't look like much, but once you coat it all in these little prints, it'll and blend it with the white, it's going to give me the look that I need. And I will do all of the... Actually, a little bit more paint is going on than it should, but it's okay. I'll take the plastic and just pat it out. This is one of those easy projects when you're trying to be fancy. Alright, so we've got the black on. I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit in the spots. Oops. In the spots where it's too thick. In this case, I'm going to take this paintbrush that I was using the gray with and kind of bring that back on in so it won't be so dark. But this is one of the projects that doesn't have to be neat. Trying to get it like how those the countertops are. All right, so I've got that done, and now I'm going to dip it in the white, and then we can tone some of this down. So now I'm going to dip it in the white. And then I'll bring you back to let you see what the whole thing looks like. I'm going to put a clear coat on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, y'all, so this is what it turned. I was trying to get that countertop look, you know, with those multicolors in there. Again, it's not perfect, but it's going to go with the idea that I have. So all I'm going to do is take some of this clear matte spray paint, and the fan is blowing out here, so I've got some insulate. What is it called? I got some air. So okay, so I'm just going to give an even coat all the way down across here. And that's just to lock in what I've done. And it's matte, but it's at least it's going to give a finished look. Okay, and after that, I will put one more coat on, and then that will keep it for the rest of the summer. So that is my, whew, it did get in my mouth. So that's the finished look. And I was just trying to get that marble, not marble, the look. I'm not sure what you call that countertop, but that's as close as I can get. All right, so that's it for that, and that's the last project. And I did want to show you this before I started taping this content. I had already done this, but these were actually brown, and I wish I had saved one for you to see, but there it's not complete yet because I got to put one more coat on it. You could probably see some of the brown peeking through here, but that's a quick way. Actually, I have some more of these towels, and they're light gray. I wanted to switch them out, and I bought them on a closeout last year. And let me show you one of those. The reason I didn't put those down was because my husband started cutting them because they were a little bit too big. Then his schedule is busy, my schedule is busy, and I completely understand. So I said, what is the quickest way to change this to get the look I want? And that was to paint them. And I used this gray right here, painted all these towels. It's called the Anchor Gray. It's the exterior paint for from Hobby Lobby, called the patio paint. But I'm going to show you the ones that I bought from Lowe's. I think they were like $7 for a box of like 20. So let me show you those. All right, so here is one of those tiles that we will eventually put in here, but it would just take up too much time for us to do all that before the summer is out. So I just opted to go with these, and that'll do for now. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't take too much time. But thanks again, and for always tuning in and supporting. And may the good Lord bless you real good. Hopefully the next video I should be actually putting the patio together. So take care, and God bless.